Welcome back to the Blind Sample Showdown, everybody. I am excited to be here. This is round one, week one of season 3, and it is going to be a badass episode. So, I don't even want to play around anymore. Let's just bring them on. Tonight, we have 2 whiskey professionals in the spirits industry, or 2 spirits professionals, actually, not just whiskey. We have the master distiller over at Clear Creek Distilling. They make fantastic products such as McCarthy's single malt, some Clear Creek brandies. I think there's a lot of other stuff, and we'll get to that in a little bit. And the other one, Impex Beverages. She is I think, brand ambassador, brand rep for Impex Beverages. They are a huge importer of all kinds of spirits from around the globe. So without any further ado, let's bring on Caityn Bartlemay and Caityn Ross. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. So I don't get to say this very often, and I made the joke earlier, but I'm going to do it again anyways. I never get to say who I want to win, and tonight I am really excited to say I want Caityn to win. So, which one?
I genuinely, you could say that another 10 times, I'd still laugh. I actually have a coffee mug at home that says "Dad jokes served fresh daily" for good reason.
Uh-oh, something went wrong. What went wrong, Randall? Hopefully it's on your end, not my end. Anyway, I should actually have the stream going on my phone to make sure it's working. But, okay, so Caityn Ross, did I say anything incorrect in what I said about you? Impex Beverages, are you a brand ambassador? What's your title there?
Pretty much. I cover all the brands that we do rep. I am the face of them for Texas. I do all the events. I help get them into Texas and sell them to the different stores.
Okay.
And I get to drink them. So
well, that's the best part.
Oh, yeah.
And Caityn, I know you guys do, I don't remember exactly what the number is, but it was something like 30 something SKUs of product that you guys make.
Yeah, I'm in charge of like 20 to 22, I think, somewhere around there. But yeah, Hood River Distillers is an entire portfolio. It's 30 brands across 300 SKUs. So the majority of my work has to do with the premium portfolio side. But Hood River Distillers is 91 years old. So we have everything from, your ankle level plastic bottle of vodka all the way to, premium American single malt. So you could, if you had a single bottle of everything that Hood River Distillers makes and has to offer, and you were outfitting your bar, there would probably be like 7 other bottles that you would need to buy. Other than that, you'd be pretty well kitted out. So
that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Okay, so you guys got your samples poured. We did do a little bit of introduction here. I think there was something happened. I'm picking up in the chat that somebody broke the stream, or the internet broke. Maybe the intro broke the stream. I don't know. But we're starting to get a couple people popping back in here, and the chat is going. So the good news is they live on YouTube. I don't delete these. So
yeah, the good news, or maybe also the bad news.
It's forever.
Right. The internet remembers everything forever.
So out of those, whatever, 20, what'd you say, 27 products that you're in charge of?
Yeah.
Which one is your absolute favorite to deal with?
Everybody loves asking that question. I will instead, sometimes I answer with my least favorite because it's funny. My least favorite is our cherry brandy, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the spirit. It is fantastic. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It tastes exactly how it's supposed to taste, and it is wonderful. However, because of cherry season, I have the personal phone numbers of the Roto-Rooter team here in the Columbia River Gorge on my phone. So I have a lot of cherry processing trauma. That means that when I smell our cherry brandy, I'm just reminded of my cherry trauma. So I have one least favorite.
Immediate anxiety.
Yeah, no, the smell of cherry brandy, and I'm just like,
I'm assuming cherry brandy, making it the cherries portion of it is incredibly labor intensive.
so it's actually like the crush fermentation and distillation part of it is not so bad. The issue is that it's really important to the cherry brandy that it's fermented and distilled on the pits of the cherry. It gets the majority of its flavor from the pits, so it doesn't taste like secrets or Robitussin or whatever. It actually mostly tastes like almonds and marzipan with this kind of like flash of red fruit. And so without the pits, it would be terrible. But that does mean that while distilling on the pits, they end up sometimes down the drain. They used to all end up down the drain, and we implemented 2 seasons ago essentially a large pasta strainer that now keeps the majority of them out of the drain. But like, I mean, there was one day in 23, it was like a 16-hour day for me that ended. I was like belly down on the floor with my like whole arm and shoulder in a floor drain with the Roto-Rooter guy who was a champion, and trying to get the building to unclog. So yeah, no, I have to cherry trauma.
Jesus.
That's
Nightmares for weeks.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
for sure.
so fun. So fun.
Mm-hmm.
But the end product is well worth it.
Oh yeah.
Same question.
Especially during your cheese eating holidays, which we are swiftly approaching because it's a really important ingredient in fondue, actually.
Nice. Oh, the brandy is?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Makes sense. Same question to you, Caitlin. Out of all the brands you guys do, what is one of your favorites? I know you can't just say, I like this brand the best.
Am I allowed to say anything like this? No, I love all of our brands. It's partially why I got the job. I was obsessed with all of our brands before I even started. But Ardnamurchan always will hold a dear place in my heart. Ardnamurchan was the first Scotch that really got me like nerdy about Scotch. So,
and correct me if I'm wrong, you've been there. Yes.
Yes, 3 times.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so jealous. That's awesome.
Oh, it's amazing. It is so amazing. If you ever want to go, please tell me.
Yeah, done.
I'll tell you the best way to get there, like the most fun way, and I'll let them know you're coming, and you'll have a great time.
Yes, please.
Yes.
I know. I'm okay. So I'm gathering from the comments that there's a YouTube issue. Somebody was just hitting refresh and screaming obscenities at their phone, and then it worked. So everybody scream obscenities at your phone while you hit refresh, and the stream should start showing up for you. Sorry, Joe.
Insults.
Joe, you're just going to go have to watch the beginning part on replay over and over again to get the views up. That would be great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys got them poured.
Yep.
We kind of went through backstage a little bit what the gist of it was. For those of you watching that haven't seen before, I send them 3 samples. They go through the samples and they try to guess generically what category it is, what the proof or ABV is that is within a plus or minus 2. The generic casking, is that new, used, or both? Then they do the same 3 things, except specifically what specific categories it belong to, what specific ABV proof. That does mean hitting it right on the head, and the specific casking. One thing I did forget to mention backstage, guys, if the finish of that whiskey is more than 2 different finishing, name 2 of the finishes you think are in there, and that counts as a correct answer. So for example, I know Brook Latte Classic Latte's got usually about 8 different finishing casts with it, or 8 maturation casts with it. That one, if you name 2 of them, you're good. You don't have to name all 8. Then for bonus points, 2 bonus points each, they can guess the exact distillery and the exact bottle. And there is a possible 10 points per sample, 30 points for the show. Person at the end of the show with the most points moves on to the next round of the bracket and faces whoever wins the other side of that bracket. So if you guys are ready, go ahead and get into sample number 1.
Ready and like totally not nervous at all.
Don't be nervous. So chat, is YouTube working? YouTube not working? Obviously, you guys are commenting still, so something's got to be working. I got 15 viewers, so there's something going on. Question that always comes up in the chat. I'm drinking. I try to do this with every show, some kind of relatable beverage to the persons that are on the show. I am currently drinking my warm-up pour. It's a sample of Gold Spot Ross a couple years ago. And it was very good. And I went out and bought the 13-year. Came out, what's that, last year?
Well, it smells super familiar, which is really irritating because then it's like, I definitely know that I've had this one before.
To me, it smells familiar, but it doesn't smell familiar at the same time. It's like, I know the brand. I'm trying to figure out which one I like. I know I've had the brand basically.
You guys are, I mean, if you're that confident on it already, you guys are off to a very.
No, this is the thing. This is my trick. I'm going to come out super bold, super confident, and genuinely, if I score a single point out of 30, I'm going to be so stoked. Like, you have no idea how terrified I am, and also how low my own personal bar is for this competition.
Just for a little background information, there is no trickery here. All of these samples are actual whiskey, so they all fit in the category of whiskey somewhere. There is no, after the fact flavored whiskeys. There is no neutral grain spirit blended with whiskey type of thing. It is all actual whiskey, so that should give you a little bit of an idea of what's in there. I put my entire open bottles collection into a randomizer. I hit the randomizer and pick 3 samples for a week. I do not know who is going to be on that week when I pick those samples, so it has nothing to do with who it is. The samples get selected for the week before the people get selected for the week. So
I'm not going to get this one. I already know.
Oh, well, you know what? Here's the thing. We're going to be crushing it. We're going to crush it.
You guys are going to kill it. You're going to just kill it. If you are so inclined, tasting notes are fun. The chat loves to hear tasting notes. They like to make little guesses as to what it is in the chat. So sometimes that can be a
reminder that I'm not just like quietly smelling and tasting on my own.
It's like essence of licking inside of a barrel.
Yeah.
But not quite.
If you take a deep breath, so you smell with your nose and mouth open, there's a hint of like shopping mall and Macy's.
Kind of, yeah.
Right? Like it's all the perfumes and all the colognes together.
You're standing outside of Macy's though. You're not inside yet.
Yeah, but you're still girding your loins. I never want to walk through the center. Like if not,
the Macy's air is coming at you.
Floral and musky things. I would say that it leans green apple. Of course, now that I'm saying this, I had a distillery in mind, and I'm like, who are you joking? That's not. I'm
rethinking everything that I know now.
I mean, that's also whenever I'm taking exams. That's my standard. I like come out and I'm like, this is the answer, and then I change my answer, and it turns out the first one was right.
I don't even think I'm going to get the generic category, honestly.
Yep. See, here comes the actual guesses. We've had the Malort and mellow corn Malort blend guesses come up. I usually don't.
I'd be able to smell that a mile of away. I wouldn't even drink it.
But we got Caesar saying it's Buffalo Trace for sure. We have the Whiskey Shaman saying it's got to be Irish. Patty did say it's McCarthy's.
She's
I
like, no
gotta say-
wonder it smells so familiar.
I gotta say, if Bartlemay doesn't get McCarthy's, I would feel really bad.
I'm gonna go
I
out
would
on a
feel really
limb
bad.
here. Like after I poured them really quickly, 1, 2, 3, and then I have like watch glasses on top of them, like so that I'm not getting anything from the other glasses, just in case there was some powerful things that you sent. But just the little bit that drifted out of the glasses as I was pouring, like I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that there's no peat bombs in this particular set.
I agree.
Just from the quick.
I can neither confirm nor deny
It's fair.
any of those statements.
Am I allowed to smell the things I have in my own collection to refer to them?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
I mean,
I'm a competitor.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, come on.
usually when a question like that comes up, I ask the fellow competitor what they
Yeah. I'll allow
feel.
it.
It's like there's two things that I'm thinking of.
Pre-season, I do this because I never get to do this show. I sit here and I do, the hosting of it, and I never get to play my own game. So I decided after the first season that I'm going to play the winner of the previous season at the beginning of the following season. And it's really fun.
I watched the bonus episode yesterday. You guys were incredible. That's why that's why I'm wearing the pink lipstick, because I knew you were going to be wearing pink today.
Excellent. I love it. But I also would like to turn around and smell a couple things. And I probably would have pulled the driftless guess had I smelled some driftless while that, but I don't do it. Just because I think
it's like just the urge to do it.
Yeah, I think it would more or less cloud my judgment than it would clear it up. All right, so my warm-up dram is over, and I am drinking McCarthy's now.
Oh, bless.
It is a single barrel. You may know this one. It is single barrel 701.
Oh, that was from the competition. The last one you did. That's the Bend. That's the Bend single barrel pick, right?
This is Doug's pick.
It's Doug's pick.
The rum Carthy's.
By the way, shameless plug. There's still a couple cases of that left online.
I am just about empty on this one, which means I got about another 2 weeks before that's gone and my backup gets opened. So I probably purchase 1 or 2 more. It is, it definitely was my favorite whiskey that I had in 2024. It did come out in 24.
Yes. We're just coming up on the 1 year anniversary, I think.
That's right. Yep. It's never a bad time to want a driftless Glen, Randall.
All right. I'm honing in on 0 points for this one. So
right there with you.
There is no live studio audience this evening, Joe. Sorry.
So what happens if both of us score 0 points? Like, I know that Caitlin's definitely going to get some points, but out of curiosity, what happens if we're goose eggs across the board?
Then it comes down to the tiebreaker.
Points.
Yeah, but even with the tiebreaker,
it would. So realistically, I mean, on the tiebreaker, you're guessing a number, and whoever's closest takes a point. So, I mean, at some point in time, out of 3 samples, somebody's going to be close to the number. I did think of that when I set this rubric up. I'm like, what happens if nobody gets anything? And the age guess was my best solution for a tiebreaker. And I played with the idea of the best or the closest without going over. But that didn't work very well, because if somebody said a 15-year and it was a 10-year product, and somebody said, a 5-year, you're both the same distance off, and one went over and one was way under. So I just went with the closest, and if you're the same distance off on that sample, we move to the next sample. So I like that idea too, Caesar. Rock, paper, scissors for the tiebreaker.
yeah.
Best out of 3.
We keep doing the same exact one.
Nobody's ever late. Right on time. A wizard is always on time. Ooh, a Japanese whiskey, Patty says. Interesting comment.
This is going to be really hard listening to what everybody else thinks it is because, like, I had something, and then I know Randall does really well, so then I went completely Irish, and now that I've like tasted it again, I'm like, nah, Randall's wrong.
Randall hasn't been known to be wrong every now and then on the show.
Oh crap! I just realized you have something else. I'm just like, oh, is it that instead?
Yeah, I know, right? I think also having the list is a blessing and a curse.
It's a blessing for me because I haven't drank a lot of like bourbon or anything in a while. I've been on a big Scotch kick for the last 5 years.
Right.
So I was like paranoid. I'm like, at least with a bourbon, even if I haven't had it, I've heard about it. So
I love that you've been on a Scotch kick for 5 years. I accidentally was a bad vegetarian for just over 1 year. I wasn't planning on being a vegetarian. I just got really stuck on eating burnt cauliflower for dinner.
it's not bad.
It's so good. Like I just like cut it up and put it on a cookie sheet with a little bit of olive oil and like heavily spice it, throw it in the oven until it's starting to burn, and then bring it out and eat it with a dollop of sour cream. It's fantastic. But I ate that for dinner almost every night for over a year. And I said something to my predecessor, Joseph O'Sullivan. I was like, I just feel so run down. I'm just crazy tired all the time. And he's like, knowing full well that this has been going on. He's like, when's the last time you had a complete protein, out of curiosity? And I was like, other than the occasional burger that we get here at the distillery, yeah, no. That was the end of my only cauliflower diet. My accidental only cauliflower diet.
I like the description of a bad vegetarian. That's just
no, like a vegetarian,
the images of that
to like your complete proteins. And I was not planning on being a vegetarian. I just kind of accidentally was.
Okay. Dylan over at US Smallcraft says, what's your favorite note in any whiskey?
So I'm gonna come out hot and say leather, but I'm more of a stickler for a really good finish.
Okay.
But leather. But if there's no finish, I get so mad.
I agree. It's like it gets you all excited and then let down without a finish.
I love super chewy, heavy single malts.
Meaty.
So leather is right there. Yeah.
Meaty, waxy.
We had a blend once of McCarthy's. It didn't make it into the bottle. So, Jerm, before you ask what blend it is, it was just a bunch top blend that we knew we couldn't put in a bottle. But we may have nicknamed it Leather Daddy because it was leather on leather on leather. And it was so good, even though we knew that we couldn't put it in a bottle.
Does it not exist anymore?
How do I get a sample of that?
A small bottle of it in the distillery because we did make a bottle just for fun because why not?
Speaking of the distillery, I was recently in Seattle and I so badly wanted to drive down and hang out for the day at the distillery.
I mean, you could have.
I know, and I'm looking at it and I'm looking at him like it's 3.5 hour drive. I'm probably going to have a few while I'm at the distillery. And then I either got to stay in a hotel, which I was already paying for, an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And then drive back the next day. And I'm like, I think what a better choice would be is to make a dedicated trip out of going to Clear Creek.
Uh-oh. Yeah. We've got a Caityn down.
Dropped a paper.
Everybody good? Was it an earthquake?
Yes, in Texas, apparently. My neighbors probably hate me.
All right, I think I've settled into what my final answer is.
Yeah, I've kind of given up. I'm just like, it tastes like the distillery, but it doesn't taste like any of the bottles he has. I've given up. I don't care.
Okay, so am I hearing you guys are ready to shoot your guesses for sample number one?
Okay, maybe one more minute. Yeah, right, fine.
All right, I always start on the left side of my page. So Bartlemay, that's going to be you today.
Great, fantastic. This is such a hot mess.
Next round will be Caityn Ross that starts. So I switch it around. But whenever you're ready, go ahead and fire on down the list, starting with generic category.
Okay, it's single malt. It is 100 proof. It is new casking.
Did you say new?
Yes, please. It's American single malt. This is also totally wrong. I've never been more sure that all of this is wrong in my life. Specific ABV is 101.2, because why not? Specific casking is new. My exact distillery is Bird Creek, exact bottle, full pint. You're welcome. So wrong. It's so wrong.
Mine's very similar to yours, if it makes you feel better.
It does. When I saw that we were up against each other, I was like, oh my God. I'm up against somebody that like is actually out in market selling multiple kinds of brands. Like, nightmare.
I used to be, but oh man.
All right, Caityn.
Generic category, single malt. Generic proof, 101 proof. Generic casking, new.
Yeah.
Specific category, American single malt.
Hell yeah.
Specific ABV, 102.
Yeah.
Specific casking, new charred oak. Exact distillery, I was like, for some reason, I kept thinking Balcones, even though it wasn't as intensely harsh as Balcones, but like the flavor was there. Exact bottle, I don't know what Balcones one single cask is, but that's the only one that I have no idea. So
I had Balcones down, but they pretty traditionally, in my mind, have a very signature like barbecued or like caramelized apricot note. And I tried to
in their lineage, they do
get it. And then with Westland, I always get a little bit of like a brand new opened bag of flour. So like a lot of time with their flagship chocolate chip cookies, because it's like flour and like milk chocolate. And with Westward, because they're using some like cream yeast and everything on their flagship, sometimes there's some like really nice green terpenes that weren't in this either. So then I was completely lost after that.
The only other one I was thinking it could be like Andalusia, like a bottled and bond or something. But
yeah.
I feel like it might have been a little too heavy on the palate for that.
That's very
fun. It wasn't spicy enough. Anyways, yeah.
I have to say the fresh open bag of flour is such a very distinct note. I have never described that before, but I know exactly what you mean.
See, so I'm really good at visceral tasting notes. That's
that's fantastic.
There's a group of gals. I'm going to go ahead and call them out because they're awesome. So it's myself, Anna Hins from Westland, Erin Lee, who's the head distiller at Few, Emma Crandall, who's a blender at Balcones. And then Amanda from VDC, who's their master blender. The five of us, we started out just trying whiskey together and talking about it critically in an open and safe space where we could kind of develop our palates and our language. And now we're lifelong friends. And they're like, you're gonna do great with your like weird like visceral tasting notes. And so now I can't get that out of my mind. So yeah, I come
visceral tasting notes.
Yeah,
I love it.
All right.
Well, I'm like, it gives me a sense of like dirty sock. It's been left down in the rain for like 2 or 3 days, very specifically.
Yeah, it's a very specific smell and taste, but it's also when describing it that way, everybody's like, yeah,
I kind of get
it. Yeah.
Dirty sock. Now you're starting to sound like rum.
Yeah. To be honest, the only thing that, like better is like whose dirty sock.
Yeah. Hopefully your own.
How sweaty was it? Is the question.
Yeah. Were you just watching Lord of the Rings all day? Or did you go to the gym?
Let's move on to sample 2.
So quiet. I feel
Randall,
Reed's a Muppet.
that is such a lovely, lovely note on whiskey.
The nose on this is making me mad.
That is,
okay, why?
a very
What is it
nostalgic note.
eliciting emotion?
I'm like, oh, it's this on the nose. I'm like, wait, no, it's not. It's this.
This one smells like I haven't had it before, which makes me even more mad about the first one. This is very interesting.
That's pretty gross, Corey. Thank you for that.
I can't read anything because if I touch my phone, it'll kick me out of here.
Whiskey Geek, I didn't realize you didn't care for Balcones. That's new information to me. This is very accurate. All right. So how's this one? You're not familiar with it, you said?
Correct.
Caitlin?
Yeah.
It's making me mad still.
Anything striking you as familiar?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I don't think I've had this, but I think I might have had something very similar to it or possibly from the same line.
All right. I'm back. I'm back on it. Here we go. Back in the saddle. I forgot to do ABV on the first time.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Randall. Not Randall. Sorry. Germ. Do you have like random unassociated to whiskey questions that you're going to ask us to throw us off our game? Because I'm open to that.
Not usually.
Okay, well then I'm going to ask you a question then. That's
Yeah, shoot. Absolutely. Open forum.
I'm going to hit you with one of my new favorite weird questions.
Okay.
And I've been asking hilariously. I've been doing a lot of travel lately. I've been asking people all across the country this question for the last 6 weeks. The question is, how big would a worm have to be before you felt compelled to tell somebody about it?
Ooh.
This is a great question, actually.
Yeah, like before you're like, okay, there's a worm. Oh wow, that's a big worm, and then it's so big that you need to call somebody.
So I need a couple clarification questions. So we're talking about North America, standard earthworm.
Worm.
Yeah. Okay.
Worm.
Just so I know
it's not like in a slug, but you thought it's a worm. No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think lengthwise for me it wouldn't matter, but if it started get to be like, looking like a cigar, like a 60 ring gauge, 70 ring gauge cigar diameter, I would probably have to start telling people on that. But as far as the length goes, I don't know if that matters too much, because I've seen some pretty long earthworms.
Yeah. No, I love that. Like, yeah, it's both. I have girth and length are very important. Like, it was longer than
you heard it here, folks. Girth and length are very important.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Longer. I told you my goal is to be terrible at getting points, but only entertaining. So I think if it's longer than 2 feet, even if it was standard worm girth, I would still maybe be compelled to be like, dude, I saw the longest worm today. But
everybody in the chat has the same
I think it would have to be shorter before I felt the need to tell somebody about it.
Yikes. You guys are horrible in the chat. You just
see, now at least you're occupied in the chat. I knew that would get something going.
I will agree with you. If I saw a 2-foot earthworm, yeah, I'd probably have to capture that and let people know. Yeah.
If I saw a 1-foot earthworm, I would have to capture it. Let's see.
No, it's not.
So I'm trying to figure out if this is. I'm trying to figure out the type of barrel this is exactly. So.
Yeah, see, I have an idea of what I think it is in a like a really ethereal way, and now I'm just looking through the list to find the whiskey that describes what I'm tasting, which I'm not entirely sure is the way you're supposed to play this game.
You can use the list in your discretion, however you feel like it might help you.
Because I'm going through, I feel like I've got the category, and the ABV I'm just shooting in the dark. So when I'm going for like this, and I feel like I have the specific category, but in order to get the exact distillery and bottle, I need to find one of these bottles that fits what I'm tasting.
Just look at the list. Do it.
All right, I think I made a find. Okay, I think yeah. All right, this one I can get on board with this.
As Caitlin mentioned, there is a few cases of this left. If you do not know where to locate said bottle, there's a few people in here you could reach out to. We can point you in the right direction. But I am not kidding when I tell you that is one of the best whiskeys I have had in a long time. And it comes from right here on the West Coast, Pacific Northwest coast of our country. So it is absolutely fantastic.
If those bottles are ever going to happen again, because there is nothing like it in the distillery right now. But if we were to do it again, it would be at least 7 years before you'd have access to another bottle.
So if it's something you might be interested in, think about it, reach out, and we can point you in the right direction. I think Ranger's Respite, Phil, he could help you out. Myself,
yeah, I think I included in the list of the links, it exists in like a weird Easter egg link. So you have to like specifically search for it on the internet. There's no way to like go to our website and find it. It's not really attached to anything.
It is Big Thirst Marketing. Correct. Yes. Okay. So
yeah, it's on their page, but then find it on our website to buy it through Big Thirst. It's kind of in its own little spot.
I don't know if you are completely unbiased, Phil, but I'll go with that. It is. I agree with you. It's one of the best ASMs I've had in a long time, hands down.
Well, you guys are far too kind.
I do have a question for you. So McCarthy's hasn't officially released a 10-year yet. However, the cat is out of the bag. Somebody is releasing a 10-year McCarthy's, and yes. I'm so excited for that.
For those that keep an eye on Coming Whiskey, it is confirmed that they have label approval for a 10-year-old McCarthy's.
So how did that conversation go? Was it, do you guys want to do your own 10-year before somebody else does? Or were you excited to let Lost Lantern do it for you?
Absolutely excited to have Lost Lantern do it. And honestly, when it comes to the history of McCarthy's, we are the first American single malt, first distilled in 94, first released in 1998. And we were a 3-year-old until 2021. And the reason we were able to get the 6-year-old off the ground was because I believe it was the end of 20, I think, was the first ever release of a 6-year McCarthy's. And that was with Lost Lantern. Yes. They took a risk on us, and we had some barrels that we were kind of just letting mature into the future and see what would come of it. And, relying on Adam and Nora's expertise and to confirm what we already felt in our guts, that the 6-year needed to come to life. And then seeing the success and how well it was received through Lost Lantern was really the last kind of domino to fall to actually see that 6-year get into a bottle. So in all honesty, like, I don't know if we're going to come out with a 10-year version out of McCarthy's that's like, consistent and as far as like, you can always get it whenever you want it. Cause we're still a very small brand, but it absolutely felt right for the first new age statement of McCarthy's for it to be a Lost Lantern release. And Adam and Nora are incredible, incredible people, incredible palates. And I fell in love with those barrels when they were 8, and then tasting them again, as they were 9, and then just being like, I got to tell somebody about how special these are. So
yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, being able to send some samples to Adam and Nora, and to hear that they were, again, as excited about it as we were, was really wonderful. So yeah, couldn't be more thrilled.
You are incredibly humble, because you said in that Adam and Nora took a chance on us. If I had Adam and Nora on the other side of this, they would have said you took a chance on them. You know what I mean? So
no, they're awesome.
They're fantastic. I posted for their anniversary, but they are probably the best company in the spirits business.
Mm-hmm.
I love what they do. I love who they are. They're just absolutely fantastic for the whiskey community.
Incredible people.
It sounds like it's going to be a good bottle.
Oh, bro. So it's kind of funny. My dad is not, he's definitely not a peated single malt guy, let alone a peated anything guy. Or a brandy guy. So for the majority of my career, everything that I've made, he's been reasonably lukewarm about. This tenure is, I think, the first time that that his eyes have properly lit up and been like, oh, when is this going to be on sale? Because I'm going to need to buy lots of bottles of this. So,
there you go.
Yeah, he's going to be buying a whole case.
It's special.
Speak of the devil, his ears must have been ringing.
Oh, that's excellent. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. I love that he wasn't here and came in as we were absolutely truthfully fawning over him and his beautiful wife.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right. How we doing on sample number 2, guys?
No, I'm good to go.
Good to go?
I'm
Good. All right. Caityn Ross, we're going to start with you.
Generic category, I think it's a rye. Generic ABV/proof, I've said 97 proof. Generic casking, new. Specific category, straight rye. Specific ABV/proof, 96.6. Specific casking, new American oak and toasted wave staved barrels. We don't say the age, do we?
No.
No, okay. Exact distillery, Sagamore. Exact bottle, Sagamore double oaked.
Nice. Hold on.
I'm probably completely wrong.
Hey, you know what? If it makes you feel better, I also guessed rye. Hooray!
I'm not insane.
And Bartlemay, go ahead.
All right. So rye, 56 ABV, new and used. I'm going to say it's a finished rye at 113.8 proof. New and port cask. And I'm going to say it's Middle West ported pumpernickel.
What was your specific ABV or proof?
Oh, 113.8.
And you have Middle West ported pumpernickel.
Also, the amount that I was much more sure of how wrong I was this time was great, because I'm just going to go ahead and hold the sheets up. So this is the most recent one. I don't know if you can see it. Fairly definitive answers, right? Not a lot of this hot mess express. I changed my mind so many times.
I printed out extra, so I wrote on it before I actually said it.
All right.
I had one with notes.
My friends, go ahead and get into sample number 3. Oh, it's doing that thing again.
What's doing it? What's doing a thing?
Oh, so I have all my all the little stupid things that I do during the show. They're in a sidebar over here, and now I can't scroll through, so I can't change this little logo because because it's at the very top of that screen and it won't let me change it now. I did this the other night where it wouldn't let me scroll through this. Jason Coates, you are not wrong at all. Middle West.
Ooh, this is stinky.
Okay, I've got a question. If we guess a single malt whiskey society, can we use that as the exact distillery, or do we have to pick the exact distillery on that single malt whiskey society box?
Okay, so as far as if you think it's an
I have a
independent
list of
bottler, the distillery, yes, call the distillery. And then for the exact bottle, it just can be that independent bottler.
I have another.
I was thinking that direction too. So.
Yay, hell yeah. Jeremy, I have another really great question for you.
Yes.
Super important to what we're doing. If there was a sandwich named after you somewhere, what would be in it?
Ooh.
It would be, well, it very, very easy. It would be roast beef. It would be sauteed onions. It would be horseradish. It would be lettuce, and it would be tomato. Probably sourdough, maybe a hoagie roll, sourdough hoagie roll. And everybody in the chat knows how long that sandwich would be.
Now, more importantly, is there a jus that comes with it?
No, it is not a dip.
Not a dip sandwich.
Not that I dislike the dips. I like a good classic.
Well, I love that you're getting ahead of the people that are gonna like call you out for being a dip hater.
Yeah, a crunchy bread on a with I just love a good crisp bite of the bread when I take a bite out of a sandwich. So I do like the French dips. So, but that's a whole different ball game. What? Irritating. All right. So, usually sometime in between sample number 2 and sample number 3, I'm going to drop my sponsor link. But I can't do the little ads at the moment because I can't scroll through this thing. I got to figure out why it does that. But I can do this. So, maybe I can't do that. Oh, I hate you so much right now. Okay. Anywho. Guys, the show brought to you by Richard's Liquors. Caitlin, I am going to see. Let's do this. Nope.
Oh, which Caitlin?
No, I'm Bartlemay.
I can't move. There we go. I can't bring the logo up on screen. But here up in the upper left corner, Richard's Liquors, family-owned and operated liquor store in central Wisconsin. They are my sponsor for the show this season, as they were last season. They are fantastic. It is one of the best places to go for whiskey and all other things at a liquor store that you could possibly think of. They have a fantastic slogan. They have fantastic merch. They have a great staff. One of the best whiskey selections in the state, and their store picks, i.e. Dick picks, are some of the best single barrels that I've had. And that is where, if I pick a single barrel, that is where you can purchase it. So Richard's Liquors sponsors the show. Thank you to them, Zach and team over at Richard's. And hopefully I can get this silly little thing figured out, why it's not letting me scroll, and we can get the ads going. So other than that, guys, if you're ever in Wisconsin, no travel plans are complete without stopping in at Richard's. So thank you, guys. Also, not a sponsor of the show per se. But if you haven't gotten enough of me on the Blind Sample Showdown, you can tune into the Bourbon with Friends podcast. I do host on the Bourbon with Friends podcast as well. So check them out where podcasts are played. We do also do YouTube. And We took a little break, and we are starting to come back into it now. We got a couple filmed, and they should start dropping out here shortly. So, Dan, yes, I do. It is a really close to 9-year-old driftless rye. Just shy of $60. I think 59, I think, is what the total is. If you're interested, shoot me a DM.
I'm beyond, like, I'm punting so hard, I might be holding the ball for the punter. I might be the backup for the guy that holds the ball for the punter on the exact distillery.
I feel like I've narrowed it down to 2 on his list, and they're both probably wrong, but
like, I might be the uncle of the guy that's the backup guy to hold the ball for the punter.
Marshall, I am just now pouring. I just finished the McCarthy's a few minutes ago.
Not giving me any runway. He's like, no, pardon me. Too much nonsense.
I'm drinking. I really want to do it, but I'm not going to. I am drinking Killoman, the Loch Gorm from 2023.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Welcome, Zach.
Are you going to be looking for the 10-year?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, that's one I'm definitely going to have to buy one aside for me. Probably 2 of them just to drink on my own.
Ooh.
A Killoman for me is probably, they took over as far as my favorite Isla whiskey, period.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't even much of a competition. Bruichladdich was there. And as soon as I started trying some Killomans, it was like, yeah, these guys got it. Some older Bruichladdich are still better to me, but they're very similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like Killoman, there's just a lot more love that goes into that product. Have you ever been out to the distillery?
No, I have.
You need to.
The only out of country I've ever been.
Yeah,
is,
thanks,
Jamaica.
Adam. I really appreciate that. Because see, I just scrolled through the list. I was solid. I was ready. I was ready to do it. And then I looked at another, and I'm like, oh, but it could be one of those nerds. And I'm deciding whether or not I'm going to be able. Traditionally, like I said, when I'm taking exams, I get it right, and then I overthink it and change my answer, and then I'm diabolically wrong. So do I stick with tradition and choose to be diabolically wrong, or do I stick with where I'm at? I don't know, man. It's really tough.
Lefroy is a totally different animal. I love Lefroy, Doug. I love Lefroy very, very much. However, if I had to pick a favorite Isla distillery, the profile of Killoman hits right where I want it to. It's that farmy funk. It's cow manure in the summer driving through central Wisconsin. It is, it's just, it hits everything that I like.
By the way, I decided to change my answer. You're welcome. For those following along.
I'm ready. I just went ahead and YOLO'd it.
Bless. I need like 2 more seconds to settle on the proof.
Oh, take your time. I'm enjoying this sample.
I'm changing everything. All right.
It's
Well,
really nice.
If Germ has time, I think we need to find out what's in your sandwich.
My sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh God. I was only half paying attention to that conversation because I was trying to read up something. So let's see. I don't know. I feel like I'm really simple. It would just be like turkey, provolone, onions, cucumber.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like 1,000 Island dressing. I don't do mayo.
Ah.
A mayo hater.
Oh yeah.
Do you hate mayo or do you hate Miracle Whip and mayo?
I think I've been traumatized by Miracle Whip to hate mayo.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the correct answer. Also,
I'm just like,
the final nail in the coffin on whether or not I get to like you or not. Do you make your bed, or are you a filthy bed maker? Or do you leave your bed unmade, or are you a filthy bed maker?
Me?
Either of you.
I lay the blankets straight on top without making it, just really quick.
There is a 99.9% chance that if you were to walk into my bedroom at any given moment, the bed would be a total disaster.
Yeah.
The blanket may not even be on the bed.
It's one of my pet questions is bed maker versus non-maker. You can split the whole world into bed maker and non-bed maker.
It's like I lay the blanket out, but I don't do anything with the pillows. The pillows I have in like a little kind of half triangle thing.
Totally fair.
So I had a girlfriend once, or I dated a girl once that said Miracle Whip does not belong anywhere near a sandwich because the label specifically states it's a salad dressing.
Huh.
That's weird. Oh.
If that's what it says on the dress, if that's what it says on the label, your ex is correct.
Well, it does, but they don't mean like you're putting it on your chef salad. That's not.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're discounting the Midwest. And if there's nothing that the Midwest loves more than to put Miracle Whip in with some sort of Jello monstrosity.
Whip.
Oh yeah,
we do use Miracle Whip on,
and those Miracle Whip Jello monstrosities are oft referred to as salads.
We haven't done that really since the 80s. the people that were doing that regularly are now too old to be doing that regularly, and nobody ate them anyways, so they stopped doing it. But yeah, no, it's my favorite. You get that mold, you get that stuff. There's cigarette ashes in it. There's probably cigarette butt somewhere.
There's this horrifying green salad that from my mother's family, and it's lime jello, pineapple, crushed
marshmallows.
No marshmallows, just crushed pineapple, lime jello salad or lime jello. Cottage cheese, Miracle Whip, and then the pièce de résistance, horseradish.
What the fuck kind of salad is this,
bro? I'm telling you. And my mom, if she was right here next to me, she'd be like, yeah, yep, that also, yeah, that's totally.
I thought I knew where that was going, but I really
nobody sees the horseradish coming.
I love horseradish.
Adam, I believe this may be a very lonely desk in the back corner of the TTB office somewhere.
If the TTB is approving mail labels, we are in trouble.
There was a comment I wanted.
There is no part of ATF that is now broken off into the TTB that should ever include mayonnaise.
No.
I am prepared.
Spencer.
Are you, Miss Caitlin?
I'm sorry?
I am prepared. Are you?
Yep, I think so.
That sounded very convincing. Very
right. 0 points.
Spencer, fantastic whiskey. And stay tuned because the man who made this 5-year bib is going to be on the show later on this month.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Bartlemay, we're going to start with you this time. Whenever you're ready, run them down.
Weird. All right. Single malt, 56% in used casking. I'm going to shoot for the moon, and I'm going to say this is Taiwanese single malt at 112 proof. It is bourbon and sherry, but I'm going to go even more. I'm going to shoot for Mars and say it's multiple sherries. So I'm going to say Oloroso Fino and PX. And I'm going to say that it's the Cavalon Triple Sherry Cask.
Cavalon Triple Sherry.
Okay, Caitlin.
I feel like this is the only one where we went in a different direction.
I told you, I really decided to go for it.
I loved that though. Because I can kind of see where you're coming from with it. And now I'm second guessing mine.
Yeah, my previous guess was an SMWS treats on a windowsill. It was still going to be a
Okay.
sherry cask single malt, but I really like a Cavallon, and this felt like there wasn't anything in the Scotch single malt that I could see because I don't know the distilleries behind all of this SMWS that are on there. So, and some of them they don't tell you if they're sherry cask finished or not. So I was just trying to find something that matched kind of what I was smelling and tasting. So there you go.
All right, Caityn Ross, what do you got?
Generic category single malt. Generic ABV 104 proof. Generic casking new and used. Specific category Highland single malt Scotch. Specific ABV 108.8. Specific casking ex bourbon cask and ex Sauternes cask. Exact distillery is SMWS Loch Lomond, which is the Inchmerne and Inchmone blend of those two lines from them, and the exact bottle SMWS Effortlessly Exotic.
Nice.
Okay, so Inchmerne.
I went with
Inchmerne.
my primary guess that's not my official guess was the treats on a windowsill because I was like, this tastes like treats on a windowsill.
What number is that?
Great question. It's on the list.
Treats on a windowsill is 122.8. I don't know.
0.49.
49. Okay. Yeah, that's what is 122 is Crofton Gia.
That heavily peated. Which that would have been locked.
Oh, see, no, I don't know who the distillery is. So I was just like, yeah, I think it could be an SMWS, and this could be a treat on a windowsill.
Your original guess was the same distillery as mine.
Oh, cool.
Same building, same distillery.
There's just like really, I mean, there's peach. It's sweet with green apple, like this subtle smoke, and like I get this big hit of like rose and lilac as well. Like there's a lot going on in here. I think out of the three, this might be one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Like it is definitely my favorite.
It smells old too.
All right. Are you guys ready for the big reveal?
I can't decide if I want you to just rip the Band-Aid off and tell me how badly I lost, or if I want to just white knuckle it to the end.
Okay. So the way I figure out how the order is, I do ask, do you guys have a favorite of the three samples? Just one a standout favorite for you. Sample number three for Bartlemay, number 3 for Caityn. Okay, so you both are the same. So we will start with sample number 3. Are you ready?
Prepared.
Okay, sample number 3. Bartlemay, you said single malt. Ross, you said single malt. Neither one of you got a point on that one.
Oh,
it's
whoa.
A blended malt.
Ah.
Yes. Bartlemay, you said 56%. Caityn Ross, you said 104 proof. Caityn Ross, you are going to take 1 point on that. It is actually 105 proof or 52.5%. Okay. Generic casking. Bartlemay, you said used. Caityn Ross, you said new new and used. Ross, you are going to take a point on that. It is new and used. Specific category. Bartlemay, you said Taiwan single malt. Ross, you said Scottish single malt. Neither one of you got a point there, as it is a blended American single malt.
No way.
Now,
that's cool.
If you know a lot, there is not many blended American single malts out there, so you may be able to take a guess at which one this is right now.
Right. Which I'm just off the dome. I'm going to say it's either Flame or Shadow.
Specific ABV and proof. Bartlemay, you said 112 for proof. Ross, you said 108.8. No points there. Bartlemay, you said ex-bourbon and sherry. Ross, you said ex-bourbon and Sauternes. Bartlemay, you are going to take a point on that.
I actually scored a point.
Yay!
So the casking involved on that whiskey in your hands in sample number 3 is new charred oak, ex-bourbon, sherry cask, Pinot Noir, retoasted red wine casks, and apple brandy casks. Those are all the castings involved in that spirit. So Bartlemay, you got 2 of those correct. So that is a point. Bartlemay Distillery, you said Cavalon Triple Sherry. Ross, you said Inchmarin SMWS Bottling. It is Exact Distillery. It is Santa Fe, 888, Virginia Distilling Company, and Westward. And the exact bottle is Lost Lantern American Vatted Malt.
There it is.
Okay, so that is, for that sample, is a total of Bartlemay, you got 1. Ross, you got 1, 2, 2.
Hell yeah. Also, I love that we said that 3 was our favorite and Adam is here.
I thought that was appropriate as well.
See, we absolutely weren't wrong about all the nice things that we
It's
had to
great.
say about Nora. This is genius.
All right, so now we will go on to sample number 1. Both of you guys said it was a single malt. No points there. It is not a single malt. It is a single pot still. Bartlemay, you said 100 proof. Ross, you said 101 proof. No points there. It is 46% or 92 proof. Generic casking, you both said new. No points there. It is used casking.
See, this is classic. I shouldn't have changed my answer. My first answer was 94, and I had used, and I crossed it out like a rookie.
Yeah, we always say go with the gut. First instinct, always right. Specific category. You guys were very, very close on this whole list. Both of you guys said American single malt. It is actually Irish single pot still. Specific ABV and proof. Bartlemay 101.2, Ross 102. Again, 46% or 92 proof. Bartlemay and Ross, both of you, casking new, you said. It is ex-bourbon and sherry. Exact Distillery, Bartlemay, you said the Bird Creek, which is actually not the Exact Distillery, and I do not know what the distillery is. They distill it somewhere else and then bottle it at Bird Creek. It is somewhere in California that they distill, and they don't disclose the name. Ross, you said Balcones. Bartlemay, you said the Bird Creek full pint, and I don't remember your bottle, Caitlin. Which,
it was just a single cask because I didn't know what else to put.
A single, yeah, okay, that's what I thought you said, and I didn't catch it all at the time. But a single cask of Balcones. It is actually, and I forgot to do this for the first one we revealed, but Redbreast LaSalle. So that is Middleton Distillery and Redbreast LaSalle. And actually, your 2 samples was a bottle kill. I had to hold on to this bottle empty for a few weeks until we did the show. But now
So you do know that means that Randall gets a point, right? Because when I said that it smelled like walking into a Macy's, he's the one that called out Irish.
I actually believed it might have been the apples that made him say it sounded like an Irish. Because you had said apples in there somewhere.
Oh, for sure.
Also, by the way, I forgot to hold this up for the first one, but Lost Lantern, American Vatted Malt. Fun little tidbit about these sets of samples. So I have to do sometimes a ton of research to find out just this little bit of information on certain bottles. This was one of the easiest things to find. I literally typed in Redbreast and the page came up and had all the information that I could want right there on the page. The American Vatted Malt, it is all the information is right there, transparent as all get out, everything that you need to know. And
see,
even
a lot with when I'm like talking to bartenders and people ask me like why I got into distilling. Because like when I got into distilling 15 years ago, there was none of this information. Like I tried to learn more and the world was like, no, like there was no book, there was no articles, there was no Discord groups, there was no YouTube channels, there was nothing. And
no Reddit.
To a brand page, it was like, this is our whiskey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And now the amount that you can learn about distilling from a brand page, let alone going into like all of the wonderful YouTube channels and Discord servers. And I mean, I just got a copy of Robin Robinson's The History of Whiskey in 100 Bottles today in the mail.
Ooh, that's cool.
And also, by the way, you should pick it out. It's officially in print and available to buy and have. But like this didn't exist. There was no books like this that I could have bought. And so I love to hear that you were doing your research and everything was just there for you, because that's the way it should be.
All right. So through sample number 1 and sample number 3, and I want to check where to get that book from you after the show, or if somebody can find that and post the link, do that, please. But after sample 1, sample 3 reveal, we are at a total of, oh, by the way, sample 1, you called it at the very beginning. What if we score 0? That was a full zeros through sample number 1.
Yay, I'm proud of that.
Sample number 3 was a 1 for Bartlemay, 2 for Ross. So we are at a total score of 1-2.
Excellent.
Going into sample number 2, Bartlemay, Ross, you both said rye. You're both going to take a point. It is a rye whiskey. Bartlemay, you said 56. Caityn Ross, you said 97. No points there for either of you. It is actually 50% and 100 proof. Ross, you said new. Bartlemay, you're going to take a point there. It is new and used. Specific category. Ross, you said straight rye. Bartlemay, you said finished rye. Bartlemay, you were going to take a point there. It is a finished rye. Specific ABV proof. Ross, you said 96.6. Bartlemay, you said 113.8. No points there. It is bottled and bond. I don't know if it's bottled and bond. It is 50% 100 proof. Specific casking. Bartlemay, you said new and port. Ross, you said new. Caityn, Bartlemay, you are going to take a point on that. It is new and port finished. Exact distillery. Bartlemay, you said Middle West. Caityn Ross, you said Sagamore. No points there. It is not either of those 2 distilleries. Bartlemay, you said ported pumpernickel rye. Caityn Ross, you said the double oaked. No points there. It is actually the Tattersall port finished rye. Tattersall is a Minnesota, Wisconsin distillery. They're pretty much right on the border, and they have a place in both states. And to answer my own question, it is not actually bottled and bond. It is just at that proof for whatever reason. Usually that's
well, hey, I think Caityn won.
So yes, that is it. Caityn won. I'm so happy that Caityn won.
I'm telling you, I love a dad joke so much.
True sample number 2. That is 4 points for Bartlemay, 1 point for Ross, which brings us to a total of 5-3 in favor of Bartlemay. Now,
I did not at all see that coming.
Okay, so Bartlemay, your next show I have on the board here at December 17th.
Oh, bless you. It's a million miles away. Let me actually have my calendar up.
Yep. And if that is an issue, if there's a dilemma with that, I can change dates around
I'm gonna put it in right now
until everybody's filled in. So, but both of you guys, excellent stuff. This is not easy by any means.
Oh no, this is brutal.
It is.
I love that we got the first one completely wrong, both of us.
Hey, and you know what? The crazy part is, though, you guys both tasted very similar things.
Yeah.
And thought it was a very similar whiskey to whatever it was you were tasting. So,
yeah, it was nearly identical between the 2 of us on number 1. Like that was.
We were on the same page, not on the same page as the bottle, though.
Yeah, it's fine. That means the bottle was wrong. We were right.
The bottle's wrong.
So
let's take a vote.
Yeah, we're voting that bottle off island. Sorry, Jeremy.
Don't be hard on me. I just sit here and do this thing. It is when you guys run the show.
Well, thank you so much, Germ, for having us on. As stressful and as Jewy as I got as we kind of going through the answers. which I'm just gonna go ahead and blame on. I've like nearly finished the whiskey that in these glass. Anyways, this was a really great time. Thank you so much for asking me to be on. I look forward to being just as terrified on the next round.
Well, I can give you an idea of who you might be up against the next time. It'll either be Jack, the Hood Sommelier, or who he's going up against, which is the person that he selected to add to the competition. So Stephanie Sunflower, and I don't know her all that well at all, actually. So I'm looking forward to 1022 to get to find out who she's all about.
Caitlin, I believe in you.
I'll
be watching.
I believe in you too, Caitlin.
I'll be cheering you on.
And realistically, both of you guys, thank you for coming on.
Thank
Bartlemay,
you.
I know it's fantastic that you agreed to do this. Caityn Ross, same deal for you. It's just awesome that you guys go out of your way to do this stuff, and I love that.
Of course.
So I am definitely looking forward to the rest of the season and your next match, Caitlin, on 12/17. And like I said, if something comes up, something changes, whatever, let me know. I can work with dates. So
yeah, no worries. December, that close to Christmas, my schedule usually gets fairly quiet. There's not a whole lot that I've got that I can do.
Perfect. And Caityn Ross, next season, if you're interested again, absolutely let me know and we'll get you back on.
Yes.
Of course. Yes. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. A little stressful, a lot of fun.
Oh my God, it's so stressful.
It's just supposed to be fun. There's no stress here. There's no stress.
I just get mad at myself. I overthink everything.
Yep. That is my issue as well. I overthink a lot. A lot of times when I do this, I just like, okay, whatever my gut told me right off the bat, I just go with it, because if I sit there and think about it, I'll change it to 17 times and get all of the 17 of them wrong.
Caitlin, you have to study that list now that he has.
Oh, bro, 1,000%. Like 1,000%. Also, like, not that I wasn't gonna watch, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print it out and then like cross things off.
Oh boy, that's serious stuff right there. That's I hope everybody in the competition is hearing this, that she's gonna go through the whole list and start crossing them off as she has.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be 3 less every time you guys do this, right? How much of an idiot would I look if I didn't watch the show and then came on and guessed something that somebody guessed the week before? Lame.
Doug, this pretty much sums it up. It might be stressful the first time, but then you realize you're just having random drinks with a new friend. I love that. Yes. That's great.
Doug's the best. Leave it to Doug to have the perfect thing to say.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Marshall, follow Caityn Ross. She does some awesome things with a awesome company, bringing in awesome spirits. So I don't know if I could say awesome any more times in one sentence, but I surely could give it a shot.
Next time, awesome. Caitlin, I'm going to send you a note because I would love to have a drink with you when I'm in Texas.
Yes, please.
And if you ever come near Oregon and you don't let me know, I'm going to be so mad.
Come over. I have plenty to drink.
Bro, same. I have like 4 closets in my house, but I live in the sticks, so nobody comes and visits me.
Are they different themed closets? Like one's bourbon, one's single malt?
They are different themed closets, but I'm not going to tell you what the theme is.
I need to see pictures of this.
The problem is, so here was the thing. When I first started distilling 15 years ago, I was young and stupid, and now I'm just old and stupid. And I was like, all right, well, my culture teaches me that I'll have to get married at some point in time. And the most expensive thing is the bar. So I was like, I'm going to start collecting now, and then I'm going to have the most dope but weirdest open bar ever. But I'm 37 and I haven't found an idiot yet. So I have 4 closets of alcohol.
You're just trying to be prepared.
But yeah, come to Oregon.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to. I'd love to see McCarthy's too.
Oh, for sure. It's a blast. We try to have fun.
Whenever you come down, we'll have to get Emma together too.
Hell yeah. I love this idea.
All right.
It'll be a party.
Well, my friends, I thank you for coming on. Everybody in the chat, thank you for sticking out the weird YouTube thing in the beginning and coming back. We had a great show. Good turnout. Love listening to the chat, even though you guys get a little wild every now and then. But That's what it's all about. Caityn, thank you guys for coming on. You both did excellent. Bartlemay, we'll see you again on the 17th of December. And until tomorrow now, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Whiskey Franco and Whiskey KK going at it. Two very polar opposite personalities, as far as I can tell. It should be a really fun show.
Can't wait to watch.
Other than that, cheers, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.